draft right now, and this goes into it. What bans are we going to be looking for? We did see a decent amount of ADC. We saw some support bans, but we also see a majority of jungle bans, especially throughout this tournament. Are we going to get that again? Because we have Halo in the mid lane here. Now, I'm pretty sure I versed Halo today, who put on an absolute performance on the Yone, and I would love to see it come out in this game.
Look, in these sorts of tournaments, right, it's hard to determine what your bans are going to be, because that's a Lee Sin ban. No one really bans Lee Sin. It's not a champion you need to ban. You just need to learn to outplay it. But it's a very hard champion, high skill ceiling. I don't know, but there's the Mbessa ban. You called it. Nicely done. You're the GOAT now as well. It makes sense. Take Wonka off the board. You got to get rid of his Jax. You got to get rid of his Irelia, these champions that he can hard carry on. That's just what he's going to do. But I'm looking down below me at Rush Hour, and we got Violet on AD carry with Bulldog in support. I thought that's what it was meant to be, because Violet is going to run this game. I think Clown is about to be sent packing straight back into that little mini car, but it's Violet just punching him into that mini car and just saying, no, no. That's just what it's going to be.
I love the confidence in that prediction. And just to play devil advocate, I'm gonna go for Clown here. Listen, okay. I understand how strong you think Violet is. I know how good Violet is, but someone's got to be behind the Clown. Someone's got to be behind him, and it's gonna be me, because I think Clown and Muchi, they work well together. They have such good synergy, and they're gonna do very well. At least we'll see. As yes, as you predicted, that Jax ban from Rush Hour, we cannot allow Willy Wonka on it.
Get it out of there. Get the Jace out as well. They are all hyper carry top laners right there. That is what we're being banned at. If they force him onto any sort of like tank, he's just going to have a hard time. He's going to be mental booms instantly. That's what Wonka does. He'll either run it down and go 0-10, or he's going to go 10-0 and he's going to be at Nexus at 15 minutes. There's no real in between. I'm kidding, Wonka. He knows I'm kidding. I've played this game with him before. But no, we see the Wukong being picked up. I like the Syndra. Bit of scaling.
Mudley on the Syndra there. Now, Mudley, listen, Mudley performs when he needs to perform. And I think he's in top form to perform. And I think against Halo, that's going to be closer than we expect. Yes. That's going to be a really close matchup and to watch out for in this game, as the Sivir is picked up for Violet there. What do you think about Sivir's Violet Sivir?
Violet Sivir is like watching Da Vinci tried to paint the Mona Lisa. It's not complete yet, but you know it's going to be good. That's how I'm going to put it. I'm putting a lot on this right now, and you know what? Violet's the guy. I'll back this guy for a lot. I still think he was the best AD carry Chiefs had in their roster all year long. I stand by it. We got Kaiser Reldo. That's a tough nut to crack.
Very much ensure, and we also get the Super Asian on his signature Wukong. It is a threat. Fun. It is an absolute threat, as a Lulu is locked in to allow Violet to make the plays that you're so confident he's going to make.
It's done. The second Rel goes in, you're going to get polymorphed instantly. It's going to negate anything in your kit as this Rel. Sorry, Civ is going to hard farm and get 11 CS per minute. No sweat. It's over. Bot lane's done. Go next. Game's over. I'm finished with it.
We'll have to see what Magic here and what Halo has to say about that. Because take a look. We've got an Aurora ban. Rush Hour is aware. We have to be a little bit on the ball about what Halo can lock in and if they can disrupt this Rush Hour comp with some sort of strange pick as a Poppy ban and finally a Renekton ban on the other side. Willy Wonka's Renekton out of the tournament.
I really love the Poppy ban because it sort of says, we know you're going to try and stop us from going in. That Poppy is the disengaged champion. Same with almost like a Milio. Like I would say a Milio on the side of Rush Hour would have been phenomenal too, but it doesn't really pair well with the Sivir. So I think the Lulu, putting those empowered auto attacks, phenomenal. Udyr, bit of a wonky ban. I'm sure that's probably like maybe Derma plays a lot of this.
Actually, that's Strawberry. Strawberry plays a really decent amount. And I guess it obviously could be flexed towards the jungle, but getting out that comfort pick is going to have to be a really good play as we get an Ornn top. Strawberry's on Ornn into Willy Wonka here. We'll see what Willy picks.
What does Willy pick? Because who knows? And that's a Ryze being locked in too. That's Ryze going mid, so Halo's obviously going to be feeling something because this is all very late game. We're literally looking for 25 minutes plus of what the Fiora.
Oh!
I better come back. I better come back.
Fiora lock-in. for
That's
Willy
nuts.
Wonka. The game is warped. It is going to be all eyes on this top lane. Into the Ornn as well. A strong counter pick. A very strong counter pick indeed. There's a Malphite. A Malphite jungle.
What do you do when a Fiora is up against you? You throw a mountain at her. If you do not have that riposte up, it's just Yova. Because that's dirty. Malphite jungle is going to suck to burst.
Absolutely, and even we're gonna definitely see a Black Cleaver come in from the Wukong here. Will it be enough to shred through the tanky 2 or Malphite? That is a very beefy front line for the Severe to have, and the Syndra and the Lulu, and with no easy backline access besides the Wukong, these front to backs are gonna get messy in these team fights.
It all comes down to who pulls the trigger first. And I can already tell you Derma's going to pull that trigger first 9 times out of 10 and say, who am I going on? You're looking at Kai'Sa, you're looking at Ryze. You can't really look at this Fiora, but Wonka is not going to team fight. Wonka won't want a team fight. He's going to sit in the side lane all game because that's what Fioras do. He doesn't want to do that. So I think Wonka's going to really have a good performance on this. On the counter side of that, it's Violet Bulldog. You put money on that, like
I've got to say though that is a slow scaling pick. We're really not going to see a huge amount coming out from the start. And if Mew can sort of get a little bit of a foot in the door, we might see some contention on that domination from the bot lane. And the Syndra Ryze matchup, something to watch out for as well. It can be a little bit volatile. If Mudley, little bit early shot on that E, on that pushback there, Halo can get that lead that he needs to take over some of these teamfights, as the teamfighting power of Rush Hour is one that is decently clumped. You are going to have the Ornn and the Malphite near each other and the backline collected. So a couple EQs, a couple overloads could twist and turn the favor for Team Capybara.
Look, and you mentioned about getting a foot in the door, right? I have actually seen Bulldog like kick down a door. He can do anything. Bulldog, he's got that force. He's a big guy. He's a very kind guy, very kind eyes, but he's kicked doors down before, and as a Lulu, he's going to polymorph that door and just be like, no, I go here.
Well, it's going to be an interesting thing because in terms of peel, they have a decently more aggressive comp of Rush Hour. In terms of peel, they have that Lulu polymorph, but who are you using it on? With Rel and the Wukong engaging both in, what's your choice there? You are going to have to make a split-second decision, and if it's coordinated well enough by Team Capybara, it's going to come down to the wire, certainly.
You pull the trigger on whoever starts it, right? If Rel goes in, you get her out of the action. You need to sort of disengage that really quick. If Wukong's in it first, get him out of the action. Stop these Cyclones from stacking up and being able to move a little bit further. You need to just stop the all-out engage because then you can flip the script. That's why you have a Malphite. It's why you have an Ornn. They can just say, okay, you started the fight, let's end this fight, and they will go forward. They love that front to back. It's like you said, it's a big mountain. It's the literal Forge God. They can stand there and take anything you throw at them. In saying that, there is a Ryze. If we just channel in our inner faker, that pick could be the decider, in my opinion.
It certainly could, and something that I'm thinking about in terms of itemization, both the Ryze and the Kai'Sa, due to the hybrid scaling, can't afford to go the Banshee's Veil, which will just completely ruin any game plan of the Malphite to engage. They're going to have to find a way to get rid of it, and as well as the Syndra, you know, those nice sneaky catch out from bushes, it might make it a little bit more difficult, and will sort of allow for a bit more of, what's the word? Signage. They're going to have to know Rush Hour isn't going to be able to hide the engages because we have to get through these Banshee's Veils and these shields.
I think you got shields on both sides, right, Hella? Like, you got Lulu shield, you got a Sivir spell shield, like, Malphite's just a tank, he just does whatever he wants. Ornn can build shielding too. Like, Syndra, depending on what she wants to go, might, but I feel like she needs to go that first. There's so many little micro interactions. This is what I love. And let me take you back to the OG days of pike casting. It's all about the circles, Halo. It's all about circles. Any great caster out there will be like, there's lots of circles. You got a Malphite with his ultimate, that's a circle. There's like, you got a Rel who can come down, that's a magnet circle, right? Ryze, Rel walk, that's a circle. There's a lot of circles going on. Circles kind of freak me out.
Speaking of realm warps, I mean, I love seeing a Rise because that is just the complete game-changing ability. What do you think about the realm warp into the backline here? I mean, will we see any predictions for this game? Because getting that Wukong, or more important, getting that Fiora right into the back can change everything.
We're going to see one, and it's going to fail. I'm calling that now. We're going to see
one.
Tier
3,
they're going to do something. It's going to be like in the jungle somewhere, looking at an objective. They're going to send like Rise is only going to go solo, maybe with Rel, and it's just going to be like, oh, they're behind us because they've got vision. That's what's going to happen.
It perfectly is, as we might cut to a very small break as we get this game all in order. But very interesting drafts to look at, and I'm very excited for this game. And we are back, of course. A slight change of plans, as it wouldn't be OS without technical problems, Pike. It really wouldn't. Right. Halo, unfortunately, is going to be subbed out and replaced by McKinnon in the mid lane. Unfortunate, of course, but that's why we have subs in this tournament, and it's so good that we can still have this game, and we can still have such an interesting match about to occur.
Look, I agree. Like, it depends, like, right? Like, when you have a sub come in, especially in the circumstance that drafts have already been done, that can't change. That throws a spanner in the works, right? Like, that, if people have put in channel point predictions already, I'd be a little bit worried because this changes the state of the game. Because how confident is this player on Rise? Can they get it done? Are they going to be confident? Obviously, a lot of these guys high elo, they know what they're doing, but Rise is a high mechanic champion.
It certainly is. It certainly is. And especially into like something like a Syndra, Mudley. If you're not confident in the mid lane and on that champion, we're really going to see that. We're really going to see that. Something else as well, losing that team captain. I'm interested to see losing that shot caller. Have they prepared for someone else to step up? Have they prepared for the team to still work in unison, to still work in absolute harmony?
I don't know. I'm not there. I'm here. That's fine.
We'll have to.
But, I want to ask you as well, though, now that we've got a little bit of time, we're going to jump into the game in just a second. Do you think the outcome's changed? You were backing those boys. Do you think it's changed?
I really was. And I have so much faith in Halo. I really thought that was going to come out. But honestly, and this is without a doubt, McKinnon Ose is a very good player. McKinnon is a very good player. And if anyone had to sub in and replace this team captain, it's going to be him. So you know what? I'm still keeping my hopes on Team Capybara.
Team Capybara, look, their logo is they're chilling in a hot spring. I don't know, Rush Hour, they've been known to make some pretty ballsy plays, especially when they've done some very, very inappropriate things in that movie. But it's a good movie. Let's have a look at where this game is going to go, though, Hello. It's time.
Let's take a look.
It's looking... Clown's going to have a... Nah, you know what? I'm going to stay positive. I'm not going to do it. I just think Violet's very good.
I love the support because that's what OS is about. We've seen it throughout in the chat. So many people with so much different support, so many different opinions on different players. As honestly, we get Jupiter, we get McKinnon on this Rise, and I'm ready to see. This is the moment that players are waiting for, especially in the sub role, getting ready to move up in the position, prove themselves. And if we can get a good performance here, you're going to be floating. You're absolutely going to be floating if you can prove that you can perform.
Oh, Mud Lee could be caught out. Nice little slow has to burn that flash early. Bulldog is doing more damage than Clown is going to do all game. I'm kidding. I'm not trying to flame. I actually love Clown. Clown's a really good player. I've casted Clown a lot over in like the QUT sort of scene too. Fantastic. Knows what they're doing. Very aggressive. Very strong will. No, don't you dare. Hold on. They could be caught out as beautiful sidestep from Bulldog. Oh my God. It's disgusting. And this is the Violet effect. Sometimes you got to go ultraviolet and it's going to suck.
Well, at least it's a trade. Flash for Flash. Mudley lost his Flash, and now Mew not finding Flashes. They're going to go through this little tribush here. Not a pretty trade, certainly. Not a pretty trade.
Like, they're not even at the first wave yet, and they're already making such big trades like this. Potions are burnt. It's just already reset. Sitting in these bushes it hurts to watch here, Hallow.
Yeah, we knew that this bot lane was the lane to watch. We really, really did. And I think we'll be keeping our eyes on it for a majority of the game because it's going to be a tough time for Clown and Richie to get any sort of, as I said, that foothold. But it is doable. It absolutely is doable.
The one thing about League of Legends we should all know by now is every game is winnable until the Nexus goes down. A lot of people might find that controversial. I still back it.
No, I'm a big supporter until the Ancient falls, until the Nexus falls. We keep playing, we keep fighting. As much as my solo queue teammates call me a hostage, and hate me for doing that. But
I've been called a hostage many times, and you know what I say to that? Phooey! I play games out. I don't give up.
I mean, I'm here to play League and I'm here to watch League. And I mean, so far, these two games that we have watched have been truly incredible. And this one is just waiting, just cooking. And let's take a look then.
Strawberries, good rep post. It's going to be enough there inside. Oh! Wonka gets it done with the solo bolo topside.
You mentioned that coin flip. Feast or famine, is he going to go 10-0? Is he going to go 0-10?
Yeah.
We're looking like we hit heads. We really are as the first blood goes over. And especially in this Fiora-Ornn matchup where Fiora is in such an advantageous position. Any extra gold is going to make Strawberry's life living hell.
Look, strawberries and cream is what we should be calling them because they're not going to be able to survive these fights. And look at this. Dodges out the belly by flashing and hits them. Oh.
The Vital must have been somewhat buffered there as we get a little bit of a dive looking from his mouth.
I don't know
just
what they're trying to do is they're
in.
throwing the polymorph down. Bulldog is very confident with this. They get all their flashes and they get a double kill to boot. Easy pickings for the mountain.
That's crazy that can just occur. The Malphite sort of just stomping down under the tower and beautiful tower aggro juggling there to ensure such a dive, really. That was very clinical. Very, very clinical.
This is the difference, right? Like when people sort of say, oh, what's the difference between like a master player and a challenger player? This is what I can show you right now. 14 CS to 32. A Kai'Sa being forced onto a Cull with now a Sivir with a pickaxe. Like, you look at this, Clown can't play the game because Violet and Bulldog are controlling the lane state to perfection. To perfection.
Which means these other lanes are gonna have to flourish. And we did see that in Willy Wonka's lane. And if we can look in this mid lane, Ryze is performing well. McKinnon is putting on a good performance against this Syndra. Her not having flash allows him to get even just a small CS lead, but every bit matters in this game.
That's it. Nice combos coming out of Strawberries. Down but never out. Ornn is always inevitable, but there's a Vital. Oh, Wonka is feeling good.
And the freeze holds as well, as there's now a bit of bot lane contention.
Not too much, but still looking fairly good. Violet again, definitely got control over this lane, wanting to maintain and at least deny as much CS as possible. As it is a 15+ goal CS lead. We'll have to see what these items are going to look into because Violet is just saying, guys, just slow push. But look, the Super Asian is off to the side, looking for the wraparound.
Yeah, and we did just see in the top lane there, that Fiora, Willy Wonka backing on such a stacked wave means that the Ornn loses so much and there's going to be immediately a level lead.
Oh my god.
As these trades.
What do you do?
What can you do?
There's nothing you can do. You need the Super Asian to be there. The Super Asian says, I can't help guys, they're fed. They've got an assist. They've got an assist and they're fed.
It's certainly there's so much
Grand Challenge,
here in
and this is
lane.
Wonka's time to shine as the Grand Challenge has been forced and done, but Strawberries again forced off just everything.
I think a freeze will at least be attempted to be held by Willy Wonka, but the Dragon coming down for Team Rush Hour.
Well, this is what you do, right? This is smart gameplay. If your top side is losing this hard, again, it's an Ornn. They're going to be relevant in the game regardless of how hard they've lost. Put all your eggs in this bot lane. Get every dragon. Get all the objectives down here. And you will start to see big dividends on how you play this game. That's just how it's going to be done.
Certainly. As we can see, the Malphite, something out of the ordinary that I've always loved to see is the Malphite's going Malignants first, but opting for the Barmies, he is going to be tanky. And with those too early pickups, he's going to be tanky early.
4 straight on in as the unlimited power is too good.
Cannon finds himself falling there as the Feats of Warfare triple kill goes over to Team Rush Hour. 3 kills on this Malphite.
That's what I was about to say. 3 kills on
mountain.
Malphite's disgusting.
It'll be a very tanky mountain. But if anyone can deal with it, it is the best duelist in the game, Fiora. As there seems to be a lane swap as Violet comes top lane.
This makes sense. Getting the lane swap early is going to stop Wonka from perma-freezing these waves and shoving them in. Getting Violet to be that sort of counteractive and be able to do a little bit more is great, because Violet's ahead. So this makes a lot of sense. Now Wonka's like, okay, I better go for a walk and try and get some vision. Void Grubs are spawning. The Super Asian is already here, ready to go, because Derma's just backed and they're looking for a reset instead.
Pings are going out though, as Malphite does move towards his top side, but I think all 3 grubs will be secured for Team CAPYBARA here. The Super Asian has been going for a more passive approach compared to the Malphite's constant ganks. We'll see if it can pay out, even with the CS lead on that Malphite as well.
4 members up on this top side, and the pressure that Violet and Bulldog are putting on right now, it's crazy how they're all there. Good scatter of the week, but Mudley not going to be able to get too much off it. This is the scary part. Why is the AD carry and the top laner from either side just struggling to verse each other? This is unheard of.
It looks awkward, doesn't it, down there in the bot lane? It does not look very easy on both ends.
Do you remember when Ornn tank AD carry was a thing? Clown?
No.
Kill the flash forward Clown! He's joking all over us.
Wow, the opportunity found by Clown. Strawberry's not having a good lane. He could not find luck in the top lane and didn't find luck in the bot lane either. Getting soloed there by the Kai'Sa.
And Wonka is back, did not burn the TP. Look at the damage that Violet's already doing. That was half a combo. Don't dash forward, Wonka. Don't do it. Look what happens.
My God, down to a quarter health. This is frankly absurd. Just a flat out dive could be achieved if they so desired, as he's forced to back on this wave.
Oh, cancelled the back too. And you can see Kai'Sa's already coming back up. Here is Mewtwo trying to join back in. But yeah, this is the difference, right? Sivir can just push in these waves. 40 CS up. Told ya, it's going to be an actual nightmare. This is perfect, almost perfect CS right now, by the way.
It certainly is, and the Super Asian, no lanes truly ganked yet. No, nothing really assisted yet, as I want to try for something. But he has been power farming. He's got this Cyclone now. It's how he uses it that's going to mean a difference for this game.
That's what every woman's ever told me. What? It's how do I use my Cyclone correctly?
And we're gonna see, we really are gonna see that. And if anyone can do it, I truly believe the Super Asian can, as they want to repeat gank on this Rise. Look at the Malphite hovering.
Look, no mana. Look, got 1 quarter health already down. Like, you got to be very careful with how you're going to use that. TP coming in from Ornn into this top side, so Strawberries wants to get some kisses underway. Strawberry kisses. I hope you understood that reference just then.
I didn't understand that reference. I'm so sorry.
God, I'm
Strawberries,
so
aren't those
old.
little...
Fuck.
No. Those like lollies, like that little minion guy, Strawberries
It's a
and
song!
cream.
I started singing the song Strawberry Kisses.
I thought that was from an advertisement.
I think I'm a boomer.
No, it's just I lack ball knowledge so dearly. I truly do. No,
you know what?
Absolutely not.
Young at heart.
You're in your prime as you know what? You're in your prime as your prediction on this Violet dominance has come to play, has come to pass so truly. 111 CS, 10 CS per minute, performing very well.
Look, when you got the Pack Sivir skin, you're obviously doing something right. You've got had that account for a long time. But actually, no, we did all just get access to Pack Sivir just recently.
Yes,
Thank you, Gumayushi, giving us that Pack Sivir skin. You are the bomb. Much appreciated. It's going to make my account worth so much more now. Good scout of the week is that it is a level down for Mudley. But now it's a big Magnet Storm coming in. Cyclone's looking even better, but can Bulldog hold on as Derma's in the wrong side of the jungle? Here comes Violet, though. Big choo-choo train coming on in. As now Derma's jumping over the wall. There's Clown jumping over with the Killer Instinct. Scattering the weakest group, but now there's the Dragon doing damage. Derma picks up Kai'Sa. No chance in hell you're surviving his. Look at Violet in this backline. Throws out a little bit more. Can the Krugs get any more damage? Mudley picking up their first kill of the game. And now the Dragon is inside. Now Strawberry as well on this top side being taken out. No, Wonka, don't overstep. It's not your time. As they do get out with just a little bit of health. And with those Void Grubs get some damage off, but still a huge fight in this bot side. Let's try and get a replay of that one.
Yeah, I mean, it looked okay, as Violet wasn't in the team fight yet, but you can see the difference in ideas on what the teams wanted to do. And then watch the Rise Flash over straight into the Scatter the Weak. It's just lucky positioning as 2 stuns go through, and he just gets absolutely slapped to death by that mountain. The Super Asian gets out, but it didn't look good in terms of team fighting. If they had instead of following in the river and just followed that Mao fight, it might have looked a little bit prettier. But the moment that Violet gets in these team fights, the damage is so visible. It's so visible.
Much. And it's only an Essence Reaver right now that is online. Like, that's 1 item, and the Sivir is already feeling like a 2-3 item Sivir. It does feel like it's just going to get worse and worse. But what I saw in that fight, that was the big one, is, yes, the Kai'Sa. We saw Clown Killer Instinct into the pit to keep the fight going on Derma. Little did they know, we saw the Rise flash into. Oh no, there's a Syndra. Mudley was there. It just felt like they didn't have the right information or the vision to make such an aggressive play. They still went for it, so I love that. I love the proactivity we're seeing. But you need to be smarter with it.
Oh, they're coming for Willy here.
There's the hunt. Willy Wonka could be
Look at them all.
It's 4 members high. There's going to be a riposte in there somewhere. There's the flash forward. They just need to wait. There's the riposte. Big stuns on top. Wonka, you cannot survive that. They are too meaty for you.
What are you going to do when you just have 4 members of Team Rush Hour rushing up to your lane? You have 1 boss. You need a couple more. So much CC. Wow.
Clown!
And
He's
that's a
laughing. What do you do, though? What do you do?
It's really rough. Clown
Oh, wait. This is what you do. You send the cavalry. You send the cavalry. All right. The Super Asian is here. Mudley. Last cone's good. Over the wrong side. Still gets stunned up. I think they might be dead. Yep. Confirmed.
First assist, but this Wukong is here. He finished his first item and he's ready to go. And at least that's something for him, as they do trade though that first turret mid tier 1.
And that's the Feats of Warfare already confirmed too. 14.5 minutes securing that with first tower mid. They got those kills early on. They're really in control of this game, and it is revolving around this jungler, funnily enough. It's just looking so good for Derma. 4-0-3. They've got the Sunfire on board. They've got an Aegis that's probably going to be... I don't even know what that could turn into. It's going to be something dirty and tanky, and that lucky Shamrock is going to get it done.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's just an unending despair, just wanting to sit in these team fights and heal constantly. And you know what? It's no problem that this Malphite was killed so early, because we saw in that little dragon fight the Kai'Sa attempting to Killer Instinct over the wall, but with that Sunfire, he's just too tanky. You can't really follow him or attempt to pick him out because he's so tanky. He's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing in this game. It's easy to pilot, but it's flying well.
And it's almost as if you're seeing that Team CAPYBARA is just too slow to the plays. They've already taken Rift Herald as it spawned. So it's like, how do you start to get ahead of the curve? You need to start thinking in a matter of like almost minutes, not seconds. It's like, how can we be at objective sooner rather than later? Because they can't keep giving these over. It's just going to get worse and worse.
Yeah, and just in terms of items as well, Essence Reaver BF Sword and the upgraded boots, not fully upgraded yet, but still, that is such a strong bot lane right now. Your prediction is coming straight into effect, as we are going to need these bounties to be collected for Team CAPYBARA to have a chance here.
Yeah, let's look at that gold lead. Oh, 11 So 1,100 difference in 80 carries, which isn't all that much, if I'm being honest. But you gotta look at jungle too. And top. What the hell's happening top?
Yeah, and I mean that's the Willy Wonka factor, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm still concerned over this Wukong's influence. You know, there's been a lot of the super full clears, not a lot of engages, although he's going for it now.
Like I said, you polymorph whoever walks up first.
Yeah,
it disengages
dead right.
every fight. It makes sense.
It's hard to find an angle, but that is what they need. They really need an
Wonka
angle as Willy
is.
Wonka looks.
Yeah, Wonka's happy to sit over there because look, Ornn's now caught out. If they're on the wrong side, if they do not get back under that, but Strawberries has to flash already. Look, there's two fights going off. There's the TP coming in. Mudley wants to get the nice little flank. They're on a ward, gets the stun up there. It is. The Magnet Storm is going to engage, but no, they can't. Morris Clown is able to pick up Mudley. A little bit overstepped, but look at Nucci. They're gone too. Violet is getting the damage off the redemption now. There's the Unstoppable Force. It's blasting up Jay, but can they do anything more as Wonka's now joining this fight? They have to disengage. But no, Sivir. Violet wants back into this fight, but Wonka's saying, I can keep fighting this one. Outpost is look at the Clown. He's too low. The flash goes forward. Violet fears no man. And that's a shutdown going over to Jupiter. Can they keep charging forward? They say, no, we take what we get. Let's get the drag instead.
Rise did pick up that Malphite at the end, but Violet's damage, the movement and the peel from Lulu, even with 4 members of your team attempting to get on possible. It's so hard to do.
What do you do? It's like, yeah, but like you said, movement speed, shielding, the wild growth as well, if used correctly, is rough. They used everything to get Mudley, and then they really had nothing left until Fiora joined this fight. Look at Derma as well, being so tanky, barely took any damage. They're just low on mana. They didn't really want to fight that. And then Violet's like, guys, commit. We can keep going, and Clown is not going to be able to hold on to this one. But still, good trades across the board.
Yeah, it certainly is, as even though that fight might have looked like it went one way or the other, the gold lead is only looking at about, at 800 or so gold lead.
Yeah.
Not too crazy. Rise shutdown, as we said, it is, and we saw it in that fight, it's a comp together. They form up on each other. A couple good EQs in there could at least right for Team Capybara.
I'm looking forward to seeing how they can do this. I think Willy Wonka is that saving grace, right? That's where the gold lead is. Now, Violet could be saying, I might be caught out as there's a riposte already. Unfoldable Force, good! Flash comes out. Wonka, clean on the hands.
Very good reactions, needed good reactions in a game like this, where we have to be split second dodging these Malphite ults.
Yeah, looking, putting down some good vision. No ultimate on Dermis. They shouldn't really be looking to take this fight as, look, there's the Super Asian as well. The Forge God comes out too. Can they get the recharge? It does get cancelled out. Clown picks up Derma. Now they're looking at a good knockup. Cancels out Clown's killer instincts. And now they're going to be worried as Wonka is doing a lot of damage very low. Needs to be careful. If he does get shut down, that is a huge amount of gold heading over. But look at Violet still walking at Jupiter. Says, I don't need heals, guys. Burns the flash. And they are going to look down. Artican is available. Yuchi as well. Very, very cautious.
Yeah, and even in a fight that should ideally go in their favor, no Malphite ult. Derma walking up a little bit too far forward, and just Super Asian getting that knock up on both the Lulu and Violet there. It should go good, but unfortunately, Violet is so big at this point. So the level advantage, the health advantage is just too much for Capybara to get through.
11 CS per minute, 4 kills, 0 deaths, an IE to boot, and let's look at this fight again.
Great zoning from Willy Wonka onto Mudley here.
Yeah, they're getting that good knock-up. Yeah, look, it was just looking so good. You can see Wonka on the back trying to get things done, but there's only so much you can really get through. Yes, you've got 2 items. Yes, you've got that Ravenous. Yes, you've got the Shojin. But is it enough? As Muchi is here, Wonka could be caught out as they're looking to collapse down onto this Fiora. Mighty Bulldog does get stunned up, but still, they need a look at the Super Asian as now they're caught out. Scatter the Weak hits them. It's going to be enough. Mudley lands it. Now they're looking at Muchi as Willy Wonka coming back in. Smited down. Can they hold off a little bit more of the damage? The hunt goes down. Look at the beautiful shot. The double kill for Mudley. They're back in it. Unstoppable Force says, Clown, get out of my game. You're not welcome here anymore. And they just pick up even more. Look at the thumbs down. Violet is just, a little bit dirty with that one.
Yeah, a little bit of BM almost, but the Super Asian getting caught out there, just spelling the demise, and the tempo allowed for Team Rush Hour to just take one after the other, and then Atakan on top. What we're finding here with Willy Wonka is he's performing amazingly, but the Fiora, that champion, falters so hard in team fights. Yeah. Best duelist, of course, but then you get to these team fights where we're really needing that top lane factor, just not putting enough in, just not being able to get enough in due to that sort of, that dueling.
And that's like why, it comes down to what the champion really does. Like you said, it's all about the 1v1s, but in a team fight, they can't get as much done because they want to do single damage to one. What? Strawberries. Oh. Did you cancel your back? Yes, you did. That's okay. But then in these team fight, Cannon, classic. Ooh, Clown is upset about it. But and then imagine if we had them on a different champion, like a Jax, for instance. That's the same sort of tech that you would get, where you can still split push, you can still be a menace, but your team fight is really good. Hop, skip, and jump up. See ya.
Wow.
That was quick.
Shutdown, unfortunately, over to the Rel, though. Not what you want.
Yeah. Look, that's okay. Like, a kill's a kill. That's Lulu's first death. It's not the end of the world. 0, 1, and 9 is still very respectable in the support community. We'll take it.
Absolutely, absolutely. As it was an unending on this Mao fight, now picking up the full chain vest is going to be, or the Warden's Mail is going to make it even tankier and even harder to get through. We're going to need that Rise. Not a lot of MR on that Mao fight. It's up to the Rise to get through him.
And Derma's now in a bit of a weird spot because they could be caught out. Blast Cone's been used to sort of navigate, but look, gotta be careful. 10 seconds on drag. It is an Infernal Soul, and we're on soul point for Rush Hour. They need to have control of this, but Wonka decides that is not the case. One good team fight here, Hello, could spell soul.
Absolutely, and the eyes to keep on is Derma. I mean, the engage of the comp.
Wonka, Killer Instinct is not going to be used, but now here's the Forge God as well. Beautiful pull into the Magnet Storm, gets the reshuffle down. Mudley's already taken out Wonka, Clown's gone too. It's just an absolute obliteration on the side of Team Capybara. There is nothing they could do. Violet just absolutely shredded them.
Yeah, I mean, good lord, what a team fight. They found themselves a slight bit out of position there as Willy Wonka gets caught and is forced to use the riposte early. Watch that Mao fight, triple knock-up, securing 3. Getting Clown with Mud Lee there, and the Super Asian trying his best to sort of stop it. It's not going to be enough. You're going to find yourself falling, and that's such a solid team fight for Rush Hour.
It's so big. Rush Hour is really on fire tonight. 707 on Violet. I told you, this was the lane to watch. They are almost about to flame Horizon their opponent. They have the Executioners. They have even more crit. They're at 90 crit right now. That's a lot of damage at 24 minutes in the game. You could probably go do Baron when it spawns in 5 seconds.
Absolutely. Big shout out to Shock. Thank you for the raid as you've come in perfect timing for a real good game.
Hey, Shocky, welcome in. All right, let's get back into it as Wonka's looking for this one. Riposte is good. Wild Growth is even better. Scatter of the Weak hits 3. What do you do? As it's a double kill for Mudley. They want even more. Jupiter cannot hold. Triples looking even better. Baron's the call, but look at mid. It is an easy walk for that inhibitor.
Wow, I mean, it's just CC combo after CC combo, and Team Capybara is finding it rough to live, rough to move, and even rough to breathe, as all members besides Clown falter.
Look at this, the Wild Growth was good, the
slow-mo!
It's absolute disaster. Just
my favorite part is the Rise coming in.
Oh, yeah, Rise roll.
Don't worry, team! McKinnon's here!
Ooh, you cannot fight. But that Scatter of the Weak, honestly, I think was the big play right there. And look, Violet's like, I'll take these towers. It's fine. 8-0-10 again. The Evolved E. The IE's looking good.
Look at the flank.
Be careful. Could be caught out, but Forge God's call might have just saved it for another team fight. You're still alive. The rest of the team's coming in to join this. The shield is good. The flash out, but it's still going to be Cloud getting that kill. But now they're in the back line. Mudley gets the Zonias, trying to hold on a little bit longer. There's the one. Violet is now feeling good and blasting through. No way to Sidra. She's just taken out. Beautiful polymorph, though. The Super Asian is the only one left standing. And the rest of Rush Hour have Baron, and they're looking at mid. I don't know if the monkey business is going to be able to hold this one. Hello.
Yeah, the super defend the base. Can he do it? It's going to be hard. It's certainly going to be hard. Might need a couple more full clears to ensure this, as they are going to go for these 2 Nexus turrets.
You can just end it. You've got 90% crit Siva. It's kind of over, but you see Yuji as well now looking to come back to re-engage. Shield is good, but tower's gone. Can they get out of there alive as Violet is actually taken out? The shutdown's even better. Oh. Their score actually weirdly says 9-11, but let's not worry about that too much as Mighty Bulldog's trying to run away. The Baron is in. I can't. Oh, beautiful! Unstoppable Force picks up another, but he's going to get taken out at the same time. I apologize, chat. I can't not say it.
Well, the game's not over yet. The game is not over yet. As we do, the shutdown does go over. Every game is winnable. There's still a chance for Team Capybara. I loved just before. I really liked.
Oh,
the perfect reactions from Willy Wonka there.
Almost too good, but Forge God as well. Mudley blast them. Rabadons and a Blackfire is all you need. Scatter the Weak enters a double kill. We've been talking about Violet so much. That's a 13 and 4 Syndra.
We have not been paying attention to Mudley's sheer domination, and just look at those items that upgraded Rabadon. You could see the damage there, blowing up the aura in a second.
If they buy a Magi's, they're trolling.
Come on, Mudley. Come on, Mudley. Lock it in.
That's fine. They got the Zhonya's, they got the Horizon Focus. We're okay. All right. We're not throwing the game just yet.
I would have loved the confidence, but maybe they were already full of confidence with how this game is going. A 10k gold lead and Soul. With Elder coming up, it's going to be hard for Team Capybara to find a play, but certainly doable as Rise does have the Zhonyas now.
And it all comes down to these big timers that they've got. Mid lane, is that inhibitor down? Like, do you need to play around that to secure more objectives? That's really how you need to play this. We'll have to see whether Rush Hour is going to be a bit more proactive and keep pushing this in, because they are that far ahead. They are a 10k gold lead. It is possible, but spotted on a ward. No monkey business is happening here.
Oh, no.
They could learn to just flip
the super on vision. Run away.
Super Asian, be careful.
They're going for the end.
Look, and I think they're strong. Look at Violet. He is in front of all of them. He has all the confidence in the world. He didn't take any damage. Jupiter had to use the stopwatch, but now can they... Oh, it's just blasted. The tower is going to go down. The flash engage onto Violet. Killer Instinct as well. It's good. Wild Growth is even better. But now look at Dupe Super Asian off to the side. He's so low, and it's just so clean. They are too far ahead. There is nothing you could do. Team Capybara could not hold. Violet says, let's keep sending it, son, straight to the fountain. We're in the backline. Gave the shutdown, but the game is done. GG's, well played. Rush Hour had it all along.
What a game, what a game, what a game. My lord, Silent Troopers. We were so focused on Violet, but we cannot ignore that Malphite. We cannot ignore that Syndra. We can't even ignore that Ornn.
Look, that whole team was goated. That whole team was goated.
Absolutely, absolutely. I have to say though, the Rise performed very well. It was so unfortunate that due to internet issues, Halo could not play in that role. Still performing very well in that situation on that pick that he might not be truly comfortable with. But Team Rush Hour, I mean, what a game. What did you think of it, Pike? Be deadly honest here.
The only thing that I can sort of give in regards to that game is like, you. And he's just like, not you, me. And he goes, my name's you. He's just like, not you, him. Him, me. That's all I can think of that entire game when I was hearing Rush Hour, because that's the best scene in cinematic history of all time. That's what that game felt like. We were sort of just like, yeah, it's all Violet. But hold on, look at Mudley. But wait, the Malphite's popping off. And it was just like, everything was there. I was just like, not you, him. Him, me. That's all I could say. Fantastic. That's all I have to say.
Absolutely. And you know what? I feel wrong. I feel wrong because I'm ignoring the Lulu as well. The Super Asian actually got a lot of good angles, a lot of good Nimbus strikes, and a lot of good cyclones. We did see a couple multiple man knockups there. But the peel, the shielding, the wild growth allowed for Violet to just move and groove and deal so much damage to just take over any team fight that he was in.
I'd love to see the damage charts of that game just to see how much Siva was actually doing, because that was crazy how much they were putting out, even from the get-go. They had them at like 1/3 health, at level 1 before the waves have even hit.
Do you remember that Fiora top? We saw Violet at Fiora top. He walked up, Willy Wonka walked up for a piece of CS, chunk for half. What can you do? What can you do?
Just pray. Just pray. That's all you can do.
And I loved the Malphite gank of just walking under that tier 1 in bot lane. It worked so well. He just picked up kill after kill.
And that comes down to experience, right? That's like, we've got an image of what it's actually going to be. If we can get that image, oh my lord. Okay.
41k damage.
No one else was even close except for Syndra, which is Mudley at 33. Violet did more damage than like the whole team did together almost. That's insane.
Yeah.